Hello and welcome to the second ever episode of Beanbags for Goalposts. We're glad that you've decided to join us again. On today's episode, it's not going to be all about football, so if you like boxing, if you like cricket, if you like tennis, then join us for this one.
If not?
Yeah, if not, fuck off.
Fuck off, yeah.
My guest today is Joshua.
Hello.
Who is my friend and
Acquaintance
and
acquaintance mate.
And
no, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Flat acquaintance.
And flat acquaintance.
Yeah.
Over the last 3 years. He's I'd say you're a general fan of sport.
Yeah,
overall.
you could say that.
Yeah. And he's a Man United fan, more specifically, in terms of football.
Yeah.
And you like boxing.
Yeah, I'm your bog standard United fan living in London.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's pretty much the major fan base. No,
yeah.
I'm joking. We're a global club. We're everywhere. We're everywhere. Apart from in Norwich, which is really
I've never met a United fan in Norwich. Or in Manchester.
What?
But to be fair, I've never been, so...
Yeah, well, there you go.
I might actually go this season. Me and my dad were talking about that last night.
You should go, because...
away tickets, because I think Old Trafford's just the kind of ground which you've got to go.
It is
the biggest ground in England, apart from Wembley.
Yeah, I think it's gorgeous. I mean, like, a lot of people argue saying there's no investment and stuff, and like the stadium's falling apart or whatever.
Is it?
Yeah,
I'm glad I'm going.
Yeah, yeah. You bet. It's like Venice. You got to go before it's all like underwater. Like, Anyway,
yeah.
It's not all about football, so go to Wimbledon as well. There you go, Wimbledon.
Yeah,
and maybe you ought to go there as well. And stop spending so much time in fucking East Anglia. There's nothing there.
I don't go to East Anglia.
Yeah, you do.
We bought an away membership this season.
Oh, you have that?
Yeah. So you pay like 50 quid. I got a scarf and a flag.
Oh.
Yeah. And a away membership, which means that we can get away tickets quicker than most other people. So
I'm guessing you take the scarf and not the flag. You take a little flag.
Well, the thing is, they gave us a flag, but without a pole. So you just got...
They took one look at you, they were like, yeah, this guy's going to try and beat the shit out of someone with a stick.
No, I wasn't hand giving it. It just came in the post.
Hand giving? Yeah, okay.
So yeah, we are going to the boxing tonight, aren't we, Josh? Are you excited?
Yes, I'm very excited.
And who are we going to see? Just to let the fans know.
We're going to see a massive... I'll give you a clue. You tell me who it is. We're going to see a donkey in gloves. Right? Yeah, well done. Yeah. Good job. We're going to see a massive bronze medalist Scouser inevitably get knocked out.
David Price?
Yeah.
I'd say.
By a joker.
Dave Allen?
Yeah.
He's not a joker anymore. He's on his game now.
He's on his game.
He's going to be a world champion.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, well, maybe not. No, I don't know. I don't know. I just like people that are a bit of a breath of fresh air sort of thing. You know what I mean?
You literally named everyone that we're going to see.
Apart from the main event. Yeah, but main event speaks for itself.
It's still in Whyte, by the way.
Number one contender for like over 600 days.
Yeah. Which is like a record, like, probably. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. You got, oh my god, like Eddie Hearn has been like just so annoyed for like 2 years now. The other day he was like, "Oh,
I think Dillian's been more annoyed than Eddie.
Come on, guys! It's been 600 days. Let's not make it 7."
No, but Eddie Hearn hasn't actually given a fuck because he's been mucking about with Joshua. Yeah, he cares a lot now because Joshua got knocked out.
What I respect about Joshua is he's turned his thing into a positive thing now. Because I just watched I just saw like some videos and stuff going on my feed, and it's like
YouTube
all his motivational talks. Like, at this point in my career, you know, like my goal is to be 2-time heavyweight champion of the world. And then it's just like silence as he looks at the camera, and I'm just there. I'm like, I want you to do it. And then like the video ends, and I'm just like, why am I so on this hype train? I don't want to be on it, but it's like you just have to go.
I watched him on the Graham Norton show, and he said, you know why you always see heavyweights being 2-time, 3-time champion of the world? No one's ever just heavyweight champion of the world. It's because they lose their focus, they lose their concentration, and they lose their belts. That's what's going to happen to me. And then that happened, exactly that. Exactly.
And I'm also happy for Ruiz, though, because I've seen so many videos of him since he's, like, won, and you really can't take it away from him either. Because, like, the style that he won in as well was crazy. Like, he got knocked down, to be fair to him, and anytime he got...
And that was a bad knockdown.
Yeah, it wasn't good. And then, you know, like, when you see, like, close-ups of the fight, and then like you just see like all the sweat like go everywhere when they get hit in the head. No, it's gross. But no, but like what I rate about him is like classic Mexican. Like when he gets caught, he just comes back fighting even more.
Yeah.
I love seeing that. That's just great to watch.
Mexicans love that.
Yeah. First Mexican heavyweight of all time. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Heavyweight champ. That is crazy.
He's going to be fucking worshipped in Mexico.
Mate, he doesn't need to do anything else in his
Him and
life.
Chicharito.
Yeah. Yeah. But literally, like, the 2 days and stuff after his fight, I was just following his life on, like... I never follow celebrities' lives and stuff on, like, Instagram stories and all that. I could give less of a fuck. I better keep up with my own life. But my bachelor's lifestyle.
Yeah, let's not get into that.
Yeah. Drinking bottles of Stroopum and doing podcasts.
Session.
Yeah. And...
you can tell in your voice there's like genuine concern. Your mind just suddenly went to like, oh shit, yeah, what am I doing with my life?
I'll tell you what bachelor's lifestyle.
Get back on the sport.
I'll tell you what bachelor's lifestyle is quickly. Bachelor's lifestyle is having a Stroopman after a Peroni just because variety's the spice of life.
Oh shit.
Yeah. You don't know about that? Oh,
yeah, I do know.
You do because you're doing
I've already started the Stroopman. You haven't even got onto that yet.
All right, let me get that. I'm doing too much talking.
Stroopman is a beer, by the way. Right,
anyway,
so that was a 7-minute intro, which was meant to take about 30 seconds.
Oh, okay. Can I just say, basically, I'm really happy for Andy. Yeah.
For Andy.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're on first name basis now. Andrew.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Right, let's get into the segments, which is why the fans come back. They love the segments. All right, what we're going to start with? I think we'll start with Who Said That?
Okay.
A fan favourite.
I do love that.
Okay. So I'm going to say a quote that's happened recently. I don't know if it's this week. I think most of them this week.
A quote that has happened.
That's being said recently. And you're going to try and guess who said it.
Okay.
Or in some cases, who said it and who's it about.
Oh.
So, first one. I'm better than the whole of the MLS by far.
Oh, Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Did you see that?
I now that you said it, I remembered it. But I would have guessed Ibra anyway.
Mm.
But I think his comment was a little bit bullshit though, because didn't he say something like he wasn't necessarily the best right now in the MLS, but like in terms of what he's done in his prime. He was saying,
No. So basically, because this week it was the LA derby. I don't really know how much of a derby it is, but it was LAFC against LA Galaxy, and obviously Zlatan plays for LA Galaxy, and the Carlos Vela, the old Arsenal player from Real Sociedad, he plays for...
nice accent there.
Yeah, cheers.
Sociedad.
He plays for LAFC at the moment, and I think he's top scorer in the league. So basically, all the interviewers before it were baiting Zlatan, being like, "Oh, you're not the best player in the league. Carlos says he's got more goals than you." All of this, and I think Zlatan just got a bit fed up and went, "I'm better than the whole of the MLS." And then, to be fair, in the game, scored a hat-trick. And did you see his first goal? It was mental. So the ball came over the top. He's making a run. He chests it.
Yeah.
There's a defender in front of him. Then flicks it over with his right foot over the defender. Before it lands, he kicks it again. Or actually, maybe it bounced and then went up in the air.
Yeah.
And he kicks it again into the top bins.
Fuck.
From like 25 yards.
Jesus.
So yeah, so he kind of and then it was a perfect hat trick as well, both feet and a header.
No way.
So he kind of shat on all the interviewers.
Oh, that's hard.
After all of them saying like maybe you're not as good as you think you are.
Jeez.
He
is as good as he thinks he is.
Yeah,
he
but
is absolute quality.
I know what you mean about it being like a bit of an arm, because he said what he said about the whole Prime thing was he said. Because they were like, how come Carlos has got more goals than you if you're by far better than him? And he was like, well, Carlos is playing in the MLS when he's 29. Where was I when I was 29, like winning trophies in Europe?
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but that doesn't. Yeah, but I think that's a different question, though, isn't it? Like, who's the best player right now in the MLS?
Yeah,
I think that was the question.
Yeah.
But he obviously just felt a little bit attacked.
Anyway, next one. England didn't win the World Cup. It was a draw. He said, what bitter fuck said that?
Coley. Nah, I'm joking.
Nah.
Coley wouldn't say that because he's too... I don't know, he's too much like a try-hard good sportsman.
Yeah.
Fucking walk when you're not actually out. Fucking
against your biggest rivals in the World Cup.
Yeah. What are you playing at? Who said that? It was a draw.
Yeah. It was a pundit, by the way, not a current player.
Some New Zealand pundit.
It was not a New Zealand pundit.
Have you seen that Stokes has been nominated for New Zealander of the Year or something? or like New Zealand Sportsman of the Year or something like that.
Yeah, because he's originally from the...
And Williamson has also been nominated, so it'll be interesting to see who finishes ahead of you. Who said that? It was a pundit.
I'm going to give you a clue. It was an Aussie. Of course it was an Aussie.
Oh, obviously. Aussies are just...
They weren't even involved and they just
I don't know what it is when it comes to Aussies with cricket. It's just a bit of a nightmare. Okay, who said that? Australian pundit, I don't know.
Shane Warne.
Oh, right.
Because technically it was a draw, but we lifted the trophy. So,
I wonder what's going to happen in the Ashes, because I don't know whether because obviously the Ashes they're in England, aren't they?
Yeah.
So if you get smashed, does it taint the World Cup win?
I think so.
Or does it just, or is it just like, oh, it doesn't matter, we won the World Cup? You'll have to see how it plays out.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about with my friend the other day. Before the World Cup final, we were saying, would we rather win the World Cup or win the Ashes? And normally it would be so simple, like obviously win the World Cup. But the fact that it's in England, it'll be really, really embarrassing if we lose. And I think we're favourites.
Exactly, yeah. Well, you must be, you're apparently best in the world.
At ODIs, I don't think we are Test.
Yeah, true.
I think we're like 4 or 5
Yeah,
tests.
it's a completely different form of the game.
Yeah. We just don't have none of our players have any patience. We put Jason Roy's in a squad. If he starts, I kind of see what they're doing because no opener for England has got anywhere.
Yeah.
So you might as well throw him in, score a quick 50. He's never going to get a century, but probably. But he might just smash a quick 50, and surely that's better than what any other openers have done. But what I'm worried is they'll put him in the Test squad, and he'll revert to Test version of Jason Roy, who's only got 9 centuries in like 80 matches at county level, which is just pointless.
Yeah, that's nice.
So if we're going to put him in, play him like a one-day player.
Yeah.
But then I don't know whether the conditions and obviously Red Bull, all the slips in like different fields and everything, whether that will affect that style of play, like whether that won't be as effective.
Well, like teams just they line up completely differently depending on what form of the game it is, obviously.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have to see.
So it's going to be a tough Ashes.
Yeah,
my dad has... So we got tickets for all of the days at the Oval, and he decided to book our family holiday on the week of the Ashes.
Oh.
Yeah. How annoying is that?
Oh, mate, that would have been really nice to go on holiday as well.
I actually tried to get him to switch it for the week before his graduation, and I didn't tell them that it was graduation, and then they weren't too happy when they found out, and they almost switched the holiday.
Oh dear.
First
world problems, eh?
Yeah. Pretty much. Right, moving on. I'm 1000% sure Joshua beats Ruiz in the rematch, and Adam Smith doesn't know shit about boxing. Who do you think that was?
Can I just say that comment was popularised by fucking Floyd Mayweather Senior, then Floyd Mayweather, and now everyone uses it. Don't know shit about boxing.
Who do you think said that? Once again, a Sky Sports pundit, which is quite risky considering Adam Smith is their boss. But I think it was a joke. Kind of.
I'm trying to think who would actually make that joke. Like, who are the Sky Sports pundits?
It was on IFL TV as well. So think who would be like comfortable on that platform. Like who Coogan,
Eddie Hearn. Oh, he's not. He's not.
Who Coogan interviews quite a lot. Also, Eddie Hearn wouldn't say that.
Yeah, he wouldn't say
they
that.
have like actual.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to think who would even say something tongue in cheek like that. Like I couldn't imagine like Carl Froch saying something. Or maybe it was Carl Froch.
It's like a final answer.
George Groves there.
No.
Ah.
Neither Carl Froch nor George Grove.
Ah.
It was Johnny Nelson.
I was gonna say Johnny Nelson, but I couldn't imagine him saying don't know shit about boxing.
Yeah, you can.
Can you?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
He's just that guy. That I don't know, man. I don't expect him to be.
But to be fair, then everyone ripped him apart for saying, "I'm 1000% sure Joshua beats Ruiz." Because how can you be 1000% sure? I think that was him trying to say like, "I'm really sure," but he exaggerated it way too much, and then everyone just ripped him apart because they're like, "What are you talking about? How can you be 1000% sure about anything?"
Don't rip Johnny Nelson. Johnny Nelson's cool, man. He brings you the face-offs, and then at the end, like every single time, he's like, "Can we get a handshake, gentlemen?" And then he makes it really awkward, and it's great. Literally, that's all he ever needs to do. I would love to be like in that seat, like in the middle, doing that interview. It'd be so sick. He just kicks it, like starts some shit between them, like and people, nobody realised, but he actually like started, like someone would be like, "Oh yeah, I'm confident 100% I'm gonna win," and then like Johnny Nelson just turned to the other fighter and be like, He says he's 100% sure he's going to win. What do you think about that? And obviously the guy's going to go, fuck that.
He's like the mate at school who just stirs the pot.
Yeah.
And leaves everyone else.
But at least at school, when your mate stirred the pot, he didn't ask for a handshake between you at the end, and then watch it be super awkward and then walk off.
You never met any of my mates.
Yeah, true. That's true.
So what do you think about that? And then Adam Smith started ripping into Johnny and going, yeah, but you lost your first 5 fights, so you don't know shit about boxing. I didn't realise that Johnny Nelson lost his first 5 fights.
No, neither did I.
What the fuck?
Yeah. No.
How'd you go on to be a world champion after losing your first 5 fights?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's all about management of your career.
How sure are you that Joshua is going to win the rematch?
If I was going to put it on a percent?
Yeah, out of 100. Let's give it out of 100.
Yeah, I mean, because first of all,
because 1,000 is just getting a bit ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, nothing about me even resembles a Johnny Nelson. Yeah. So I'm not going to use 1,000.
I think he's from the Midlands, isn't he?
No, he's from Sheffield.
Is that not Midlands? No.
It's
in the Midlands.
This is Orcs. You need to work on your geography. You should put you got your shitty little sections for your fucking podcast. Yeah. Put a geography section in there. Geography test. I'm going to put a geography test in, and we're going to see how much you know.
We'll do that next time you come back on the show.
Okay.
If you're ever invited.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Let's get back to you.
Yeah, sorry, what were we saying?
Percentage.
I would say 70%. So like
Joshua.
Yeah, I think it's more likely that he'll come back because
especially if they do it in England.
Yeah, I think that was a huge thing, and I think on the night something was obviously wrong with him. Like you can just look at a fighter.
He just looked off from the start.
Yeah, exactly. Like when you watch a lot of boxing, like, you realise you pick up on these kind of things.
Just characteristics.
Or just fighting sports.
Boxers.
Yeah, and he just didn't look into it, chewing his gum shield. It was awkward. Something went on
the whole time. The stuff he was saying in the corner.
Yeah, that was why do I feel like this? I mean, he did say at one point, he was like, after the fight, he said, he got caught with one behind the ear, and sometimes those are ones that you just don't recover from. And he did actually look genuinely like his legs were going.
Yeah.
Not, so at times I was like, maybe it's just because you've been caught, and you're struggling to recover from it, rather than it's like a mentality issue. But I think there was definitely a mentality issue there. Especially with the way he quit, that was very weird. Like he just sort of looked like disinterested, and it was the right call I think from the referee. Completely fair play to Andrew. Good old Andrew.
You sound like you prepared a statement after the fight. Thanks to the referee, you done a great performance.
Yeah, I'd say 70% though, because I think that having the home fans is going to be absolutely no,
because they're at the moment it's like 50-50 between MSG again or Cardiff. Because apparently Eddie Hearn and Adam Smith are both, obviously Adam Smith is because he wants it on English time zone, but Eddie Hearn's pushing for it to be in Cardiff because obviously he wants the home crowd. If
Mate, I'm sick of, you know what, I'm sick of like when things get to a certain level, it's like, oh, well, we have to take it to America. Like, okay, I get you trying to build a name in America and stuff like that, but like also, if you're having all these big fights, man, you could just do them in England. I'll get more sleep. Do you know what I mean? I'm sick of these fucking waking up at 4 a.m. And then just to watch a fucking ridiculous bloody outcome at the end because the judges are completely incompetent.
Well, more annoyingly, I missed the last one because I missed my fucking alarm. So that can happen as well. Mate. Whereas at 10 o'clock, I'm not going to miss that because I won't be in bed yet.
I will literally never forget when I was staying up to watch like McGregor Aldo.
Yeah,
and this was like full when McGregor was the UFC that was like his for me that was like the fight that brought casuals into the UFC because that was me, and I remember I was staying up and it was something stupid like 4 or 5 a.m. I just thought I'd stay up for it, and then they were coming out, they were doing their the fighters were coming out, and I was like, okay, cool, I'll just rest my eyes. When you rest your eyes for 10 seconds, you're like, okay, I'll just rest my eyes, and then when the fight starts then I'll actually watch it. I ended up actually sleeping, but I woke up, I looked at the time and it was literally 10 minutes, and then McGregor was being interviewed. I was like, this is weird, why are they interviewing him before the fight? I wonder what he's saying, sort of thing. Is there some problem that's gone on? And it took me a good 5 minutes to realise. That was
the 13 seconds.
Yeah, and I missed the whole fight. And I'm just saying, and I'm just like,
you didn't miss a lot. Ridiculous. You missed one punch or two.
But still, that would have been mad to actually experience. So when I say I watched McGregor Aldo, it's completely I didn't. I watched McGregor Aldo highlights and post-fight interview, and that was basically it.
I remember the only fight I've not had that problem with, where it's been in America and I've had to wake up for it, was Fury Wilder, just 'cause I was so nervous.
What, Maypac?
I just couldn't relax.
What about Maypac?
No, because I wasn't that. Like, I was interested in the fight, but I wasn't like really invested in one of the fighters. Like that was the kind of fight where, like last week when I went to see Dubois Gorman.
What the?
I was
wait, what is it with? Wait, hang on. What is it with these pronunciations today?
Yeah, did you know why?
Dubois Gorman.
Do you know why I said Gorman or like wherever how I ever said it Gorman? It's because Dubois sounds French, and so then I always accidentally say if I say Dubois first, I always accidentally say Gorman in a French accent as well.
Dubois Gorman.
But yeah, when I went to see that, like I was interested in the fight, but I didn't really care who won. I would have preferred Gorman. But either way, I was happy, and that was kind of how I felt about Pacquiao Mayweather. So there was no nerves. I was enjoying it.
Yeah.
Whereas Fury Wilder, I was so nervous because I really, really, really didn't want him to lose.
Yeah, same.
And the fact that at any moment it was one punch, whereas Fury had to sort of get through 12 rounds.
I literally called exactly how that fight was going to go, like the whole thing. Because I like the one thing I said was that. Fury's going to give it on it. Well, apart from the fact it was going to be a draw, but one thing I will say is that when the results were coming out, all my mates were texting me and stuff like while the judges were getting their scorecards together. Like my mates texted me, they were like, "Yeah, you were sitting with me." You were saying,
"I think the judge is going to fuck him over."
Yeah.
Like, they can't.
No. Exactly. Everyone was saying, "Oh, it's because Fury's by a long shot, by a mile," and I literally remember just saying to everyone. Yeah, but look, just wait, okay? Like, I was like, just wait for it. Like, just don't say anything. Just wait, yeah? And then when it came out, I was just like, this is classic boxing. Yeah. And mate, I've never seen a fighter conduct themselves in a better way than Fury. He is such a boxing man. Like, he knows.
He got it.
He just understands.
He probably knew that was going to happen as well.
Exactly, like, he understands. And, you know, after the fight and everything, like, he always says, you know, the public know who won that fight. Yeah. But I find it annoying that right now the belts should be held by all the belts in the heavyweight division should be held by two fat men, fucking Fury and Andrew.
That fight as well.
Just like
that fight as well.
That fight is a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer.
It's so easy for Fury.
It's piss easy.
He just keeps it away.
It's piss easy.
He genuinely doesn't get touched.
It's piss easy. It's piss easy. It's actually a piss take. Yeah. And then, like I said, balance can be restored to the force, and Fury can finally be champion again. How long is it? It's so long for Fury on his comeback. He should actually already like be wrapping up titles, but it's so hard to make fights these days.
And he can then just pick and choose who he wants because he's got all the belts.
Yeah, but what I said from the start about the Wilder fight was that like Wilder is unreal in that he's got him. I think Eubank Jr. from like what I've seen just across all weights have probably got the best natural athleticism out of any fighters currently right now. It's honestly like another level, especially when we went to watch like Eubank De Gale.
Yeah,
you know, you realise watching them, you realise these guys are actually animals.
Yeah.
Like, and Wilder, like I said, it's just one punch with him.
Yeah.
And can you really avoid the right hand for 12 rounds? I mean, like the first time Fury went down, he didn't even get caught properly. And then you know when he got knocked down like 7.
Yeah, that was weird. That was like
weird.
Caught him on the forehead almost.
Yeah, and he carries power and speed and everything until literally the last minute of the 12th round.
Yeah.
But other than that, so Fury probably gave him a
crazy stamina as well.
Unreal. And he actually has a chin. When he was actually getting caught by Ortiz, like he was able to fight on. He wobbled, but he fought on.
Yeah.
To be fair to him, but not gonna lie, my boy Dillian Whyte lands that left hook on him. I'd be interested.
Killer shot.
The killer!
If it
that is dangerous. That is one of the most dangerous punches.
Chisora in one, it takes out Deontay Wilder.
Mate, I'm sorry. Chisora getting dropped like that, I never thought I'd see it. Because he's known as someone that can take punishment.
Yeah.
And he looks
if you watch Chisora Whyte 1, like he took so much in that fight.
Yeah.
And then that punch, that's one of the nicest punches. I've watched that on Rivas so many times.
Same. It's weird how satisfying a knockout can be. Like it's such a brutal thing.
There are some which are satisfying like that.
Yeah.
Where you're like, that's such a nice punch. He went down cleanly, woke up. Like that's what you want to happen.
Yeah.
There are some which are kind of unpleasant to watch, like
when they shake.
When Price got hit by Povetkin, and he was out in the air. You just think ref, just step in now. Don't let him get hit again. And then he got hit again. You're like, and then that guy. Someone as tall as that falling from that far. Shit.
I think one of the weirdest knockdowns I've ever seen is in the AJ Klitschko fight when AJ went down. It was literally like seeing a ton of bricks hit the floor. Yeah. It honestly took 12 minutes. He took like honestly so long to fall over. Like, Jesus Christ. And I just imagine like a thud as he hit the canvas. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. But isn't that supposed to be... I can't remember whether that's supposed to be a good or a bad thing as a boxer. Isn't it if you hit the ground and then you sort of like come from a long way and like your body's out and then your head hits the canvas? Is that I can't remember whether people say that's bad or whether that's good because it wakes you up again.
I don't know about your head hitting the canvas, but basically I know that like AJ was given advice to if you got caught badly and he was going down to land on his back.
Yeah.
So
it's like the Fury one where he's lying there with his eyes open, just looking at the ref, and you're like, "What are you doing?"
Literally.
And then at 6, he starts getting up.
Mate, he just like opened his eyes and like it kind of reminded me when I was like late for school. My mum would be out of bed, wake up, and I like my eyes would just go to her like this, and I was out of bed like straight away. Like, it was weird.
He stood up so casually as well. It was like the guy got 6 and he was like, "Oh, 4 seconds, I should probably get up."
Didn't he like jog one way, jog the other way?
Yeah, he got up and then like jogged to the corner, jogged back, and then
and then if the round had started from there, he would have won the round.
Yeah,
that guy is actually hilarious.
Yeah, he was on Wilder after that.
He's putting his hands behind his back.
Yeah, to be fair, I think Wilder was pretty disheartened after that though, because he was celebrating when he knocked him out, when he knocked him down.
Yeah,
and then he looks round, the smile just drops from his face. When he
sees Fury
I
loved that so much. And he was just
like, oh shit.
Yeah, and
then the whole rest of the round, I think he was just like, I'm not getting this guy out.
Yeah. He gave up after that. He gave up after that.
Because Fury.
I hate people that like start a stop clock and stuff, like when Fury hit the ground and then like they say, oh, it was 11 seconds.
Such bullshit.
It's such bollocks because it's never been a 10-second count.
Yeah.
And maybe, and this is not my words, it's actually Ricky Hatton's words when I met him in a pub the week after the fight, which is actually, it's pretty cool. It's almost like I've got some kind of inside scoop on this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just actually just a standard guy.
It's gonna be like
complete luck, complete luck.
Ricky Hatton, inside scoop on the Wilder.
Yeah. Inside. Yeah, but basically, like, he was like, what did he say? Yeah, he was like, if he didn't start dancing away like a fucking idiot, then and just went to his corner, then he might have got the win. As well,
because when he was saying, look, it's more than 10 seconds, I said, the ref spends time having to get Wilder in his corner.
It's never been a 10-second count. It's never
and if you're not a dick about it and you just go get in your corner, the ref will start his count straight away.
Yeah.
But he was running around celebrating,
dancing like a twat, blowing kisses. Oh my God! But you know what? Fair play.
Anyway,
I don't like Wilder at the minute.
We've done. Why don't you like him?
I don't know. I feel like he's trying to do things to become more of like a commercial draw and things like that. But literally just anything to get in the public domain. I know, so he's not even doing it well. So he's saying things like he wants to kill people in the ring.
Oh, I saw that.
Becoming memes.
He's done that.
To this day.
He's done that like 2 or 3 times. Said he wants a body on his record.
Yeah, literally. The best one when he was like fucking, and we're expected to go over there to it because they're in England drinking tea in their castle. So he just turns into a fucking Borat in the middle of a fucking interview. Hilarious. I was talking about that last night. Yeah, that actually made me laugh. But yeah,
right, we've got through. We're 30 minutes in. It's supposed to be a 45-minute podcast, and we've done half a section.
Fuck. Yeah, we were supposed to do. This
right, we're still doing. Who said that? That was. Do you know where we went from that? That was the Johnny Nelson. I'm 1,000% sure this is true. That was like 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Right.
Maybe move on. I don't know.
On Connacht Nomads. Right. Beating Kilmarnock.
Right.
And they're like a part-time Welsh team. And you know who Kilmarnock are? They came third in the Scottish League last year. They beat them, by the way. Mm-hmm. Turned over a 2-1 deficit by beating them 2-0. Mm-hmm. And the manager said, this is one of the biggest upsets in football history, bigger than Liverpool against Barca in the Champions League last season. What do you think about that? Because I guess, teams-wise, it's a bigger upset. But there have probably been upsets like that in history, but the reason people say Liverpool-Barca is like one of the biggest upsets is because it was on that stage as well.
That's what I was just going to say. Yeah, I think you do have to take that into account when you're thinking about these kind of questions. Like, come on, look at the stage. Look what you know what I mean. That's why nothing. I mean, look, like nothing will surprise me anymore in sports.
Yeah,
because when Leicester won the Prem, I actually use that as my measure for stuff now. Like I'm honestly just like nothing more in my life can surprise me.
No, I'll tell you what.
Ever since then, my life's been completely dull because already at the age of 20, I've done gone seen it all, and I don't know. I done gone seen it. Yeah, I've seen a fucking country rapper. Yeah, called Lil Nas X. Yeah, make a fucking tune with Miley Cyrus's dad and get #1, and it's a fucking what the fuck? You know what I mean? I've seen it all.
You seem surprised.
I am surprised.
Well, thought you didn't get surprised anymore.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a good point.
Right, let's move on.
Okay.
With his little T-Rex arms, he's about to get beat up. Who do you think says
That's
that?
about?
And about who? It's about something that's happening very soon.
So it's obviously the fight tonight. One of the fights tonight.
Yeah, it is one of the fights tonight.
Is it? I don't know. Who the fuck's got T-Rex arms?
You're gonna kick yourself when you don't get this.
Really?
Yeah. It's a bit of a trick question when I say it's one of the fights tonight.
Why is it a trick question?
Yeah, well, I can't tell you that because then you'll get it.
Is it because I've got little arms and I'm going to beat the shit out of you?
No.
I haven't got little arms. They're perfectly average. They're bang average and I'm happy with it. I don't need fucking long arms. No, just don't ask about my arms, innit? I'm joking. To be honest, there is benefit in having shorter arms. Like if you go to the gym and stuff, like, you fill out quicker. I'm just saying, I haven't got short arms.
Answer the fucking
I haven't got short arms. If anything, I've got big hands as well to compensate. So if you look at my wingspan, it's quite. Yeah, I don't fucking know who it's about. Allow all these quotes.
It's Thurman on Pacquiao.
Oh, I was going to say that.
What do you think of that fight tonight? Who's going to win it?
Thurman, by a mile. Pacquiao's been past it for a long time, and I've rated Thurman for ages.
Stars make fights.
Don't you dare throw cliches at me, yeah, and throw me off. Don't you dare throw me off. You know, I was having drinks a couple of nights ago. I mean, fuck it, I have drinks every night. But the drinks I had, which were a couple of nights ago, I just without realizing, I think because like I'm working now and stuff, I was just saying like block standard cliche like quotes that like you cannot disagree with. Like someone says something, I literally remember exactly what I said. I was like, yeah, but you know, if you think about it, if you just do all the basics right, you can only go so wrong. And everyone was just there with their drinks being like, yeah, exactly. And I was like, what the fuck has happened to me? I was like, I can't be saying things like this.
You got your businessman lingo down.
Yeah, I know.
You just know, like, you just got to throw out some cliches in the business.
I know. I dropped my
businessman laugh as well.
Yeah, I'm getting good at that. I dropped my my advice to everybody. If you're in like a meeting and there's like 8 people like in the meeting and stuff, and like you're just kind of like nodding off to sleep. You know, it happens. Come on, it happens. Yeah, I'm not perfect. No, I'm joking. But yeah, and like I ask your opinion on something, you just bang out the bar that works every single time. You just gotta say, I just think it's about finding the right balance.
Yeah, you told me that one.
And
you whipped it out of Google when you almost fell asleep.
Yeah, I whipped it out a few times. Yeah. Anyway, what was the question? What were we talking about?
Thurman Pacquiao. I think we covered it.
Yeah, Thurman will win that. Thurman's so quality. That's actually just a stacked division.
Yeah, that is. I've always thought a World Boxing Super Series in the welterweight division would be fucking crazy. And there would be so much money in that fight.
You need to put the money on the table.
Because they're all Americans as well.
Yeah.
I would love someone from just outside of all of the world of boxing.
Yeah.
So, fuck Al Heyman, fuck Bob Arum, fuck all of them.
On your second podcast? You think you're a fucking big boy, yeah? Fuck Al Heyman, fuck all of them.
Wouldn't you love just some like American billionaire, or any nationality, just come in, put like hundreds of millions on the table and just be like to Spence, Thurman, Crawford and Porter, World Boxing Super Series, you four. That would make so much money.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
That's all.
They should do a World Boxing Super Series in bloody heavyweight, just to get everybody,
sick, yeah.
just to get everyone fighting each other.
You need so much money. I think you need more money than.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah,
you definitely would.
But that's crazy that the welterweight division, like, there's even like a discussion there about which one would cost more, to show you how like stacked the welterweight division is, considering how much more of a draw heavyweight boxing has.
Yeah. I mean, heavyweight boxing has always had a draw though, because he's got one punch knockout power. Everyone's absolutely huge.
Yeah.
It's mad. And we're gonna watch 3 heavyweight bouts tonight.
Yeah,
and a couple of cruiserweights.
Yeah, we are.
And then we're gonna have a scrap afterwards.
Nope.
Okay.
Right. Let's finally finish this fucking shitty section.
Yeah. This actually feels like homework. I'm just
okay. If he knocks out Povetkin, he deserves a title shot. You have to beat someone in the top 10 to get a title shot. Who said it? About who?
I don't know. There's no
Eddie Hearn. About Dave Allen. Do you think that's unfair? Because Dillian Whyte's beat like 6 of the top 10 and hasn't got a title shot, and he's saying all Allen has to do is beat Povetkin and he'll get him a title shot. How can you just get people a title shot if Whyte hasn't had one yet?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Whyte. I mean, I think there is I think there's probably a little bit of like something wrong on Whyte's side that he's done. Because I think he's been offered fights, or he's been talked
to work with.
Yeah, I mean, I think Whyte just wants to get what he's worth in terms of money. Like, I think he has had AJ talks, and like he has had like talks in other fights and stuff. I don't think Wilder wants to know because he's too scared of him. I think everybody realizes that, because you've got nothing to gain by fighting Whyte unless he's literally like completely unavoidable. Which annoys me that he has to beat Rivas to become this unavoidable, because he should already be unavoidable.
This is what I said the other day to one of my friends, was that I feel like because you know how they've now made it this big thing. Oh, this fight is the actual interim WBC title. Like, you're mandatory. He was already mandatory. They've just shoved a belt in his face to delay him for a while, because Wilder's already signed fights with Ortiz and Fury in February. Yeah, which means that Whyte will not get this fight until earliest April, May next year. Yeah. So I feel like this is just a delay tactic from the WBC.
Well, it probably is. And the thing is, like, everybody knows that Whyte likes to keep busy as well. Like, more so than any fighter, I always hear him say, "Oh yeah, I just want to keep busy, So like between then and now, he's gonna definitely want a fight.
Yeah. So, but he said he'll have another fight.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
I think he'll fight against some, like, you know how all these American cruiserweights have been moving to heavyweight recently? Yeah. I think he might just go and fight one of them. Oh, fair. Which is, you should smash him and then just move on. Yeah. On a side note, so last night, I was trying to fall asleep. Yeah. And I started just, you just think about, like, what you want to do with your life. Yeah. When you're like just about to fall asleep. Yeah. And I started thinking, I'd love to like work in the sports world and interview people and stuff like this. And I was thinking, who would I like to interview? And I thought Eddie Hearn would be a sick interview, I reckon. Yeah, he would. Just because he's so involved with so much in boxing.
Yeah, and he likes being interviewed as well.
Yeah, and I started thinking about all these questions I would ask him. Yeah. And I ended up writing out a whole interview.
Mate, that is so fucking long. What the fuck?
Look when this was published. 1:12 last night.
What the Eddie Hearn interview?
And I thought.
Wait, what are you written on there? A question that you would ask him?
Yeah.
On what? His responses?
No, just my question. That's all just my questions.
What the fuck? That is madness.
And I just started thinking, and then I wrote it all out. Thought that'll be useful if I ever do it. Yeah. Woke up the next morning and I was like, what the fuck was that? Like, when am I ever going to interview Eddie Hearn?
That'd be so weird if you ever did interview him now, because you could be like, now you could be like, one night, like I just wrote out an interview with you, and he'd be like, what the fuck?
I thought about like DMing Coogan on Instagram and being like, do you reckon you could get me in a room with him? Right, we're going to fly through the next section because of how long we took to do that one.
Okay.
So I think we're going to go to Get Fact. And last week, to the listeners, when I told you that I had to credit my friend Joshua with the naming of Get Fact, this is Joshua. So this is kind of his section. Right, first one. They're not great facts. I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't find that good stuff this week.
Oh, Get Fact.
Federer can be typed just with the left hand on a keyboard.
Can it? Let me look at this keyboard. Federer. Oh, nice.
Yeah, okay. Quite cool, isn't it?
Yeah. To be honest, that would be weird to do with both hands. I think you'd get in the way of each other. Your hands would.
Yeah, you would do that with just one, I think. Unless you're one of those people who types with one finger.
What? What? Where you're like
your mum.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, don't fucking talk about my mum. Fuck you, yes. All right.
That was. I mainly put that fact in to segue sort of into a bit of tennis.
I mean, that's. So what? Shall we segue?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
So, do you watch any of Wimbledon?
You know what? It was difficult because I was trying to watch the World Cup final at the same time.
What? Oh, cricket.
The final. I'm not the final.
Yeah.
Sorry.
For a second,
I skipped quite a lot there. I did watch Federer and Nadal, and then like immediately, like the day after Federer and Nadal, I went to go play tennis with my brother. Like,
you said, yeah.
Standard big tournaments, like just getting you gassed about
inspiring
sports.
The next generation.
Yeah, it actually does. It actually does. When I watched Nadal Federer, it was a good
Yeah,
match.
but I think they probably hope that most people don't go out and play one game and fuck it off.
Well, yeah, true. But I was kind of rooting for Nadal in a way because obviously he's one of the greats and he was coming back from injury and stuff. But Federer at Wimbledon, like on grass, he was like 37 years old now or something, and he looked serious, man. Like he looked like he actually wanted to win it this year, and it made it really hard. Yeah, it made it really hard for me. And I think the whole of centre court, to be honest,
apparently
in the final,
don't actually see it, but apparently like everyone was going.
It was honestly like I was honestly feeling bad for Djokovic, but I give him so much respect for actually going on to win that game because, if you break it down, like Federer had 2 championship points and didn't take either of those opportunities. Djokovic came back and won it. Despite like literally nobody made a noise when Djokovic won a point, but like people were screaming when Federer won one.
Did Djokovic just was that his only championship point when he won?
I don't know. Oh. But yeah, because I was watching the end of the. Oh no, I was travelling. I had to travel and lug a sitar halfway across the country.
Comment below what you think a sitar is.
Yeah, was it you that didn't know what a sitar was?
I don't know. I bet you no one who listens to this.
How do you not know what a sitar is? You know what? Like, you imagine like Apu from The Simpsons. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure he plays one. I don't know. Maybe I'll just make that up. Yeah. But I think he does. But yeah, it's basically an Indian guitar. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
but it's huge though.
You've ruined comedy now.
Yeah, but search it up.
You've ruined our fan interaction.
No, search it up. The Beatles, I think, used to incorporate some sitars where they were on their wavy hippie shit. So you probably have heard of sitar. It's a beautiful instrument, actually. What were we talking about just now, by the way?
Wimbledon.
Oh yeah, Wimbledon. Props to Djokovic, but I am gutted for Feds because I think he was.
I think he'll be back.
Yeah,
he seems to not be aging.
I mean, it's interesting because this year, like, it was like the day of like draws, because like in sports, because obviously you had what happened in the cricket, but then also at the same time they brought in a rule in tennis where if you're in like the last like deciding set, then like the games can only go to 12 all, and if it goes to 12 all, then you do a tie break. Yeah. It used to be the case. Like remember Roddick versus like Federer. It went to something stupid like 18 or like 20 or something like that. Like so, it got to 12 all. It might have been more, but I can't remember. But yeah, it got to 12. One, isn't it? Yeah, it got to 12 all, and then they did a tie break.
Did you know that rule was going to happen before you started?
I only heard it like in the middle of when I was watching it.
Because I saw afterwards and saw there was 13-12. And then thought that the game was still going.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, it's done.
Yeah. It was mad. It looked like Djokovic just took a break halfway through. I think it was like the second set or the third set or something like that. Like, it was like 6-1 or something. He just looked like he just completely just had a bit of time off the fucking game. But yeah. Do you think you could ever win a point against Federer?
Have you not seen the video when Federer's playing some guy called like Sturmich or something?
Yeah.
And then Sturmich like gives his racket to one of the kids in the crowd. It's on like a random ATP tour match.
Yeah.
And the kid plays him in a point. Obviously Federer's like being a bit easy, but Federer comes to the net to volley it. The kid lobs him. Federer actually like runs back properly to try and get the ball and can't get it in time, and the kid wins the point.
No way! That is jokes.
So I think it depends. Like, if he was going hard, obviously not. But if he was like trying to take it a bit easy against me, maybe I could like sneak one.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like tennis is one of those sports where it's like if I played a full game against Federer, I think at least one
You'd
shot.
win a point.
No, but like at least one shot, I would like shank it.
Yeah.
And it would just
be the best shot.
It would turn out to be like a fucking drop shot.
Yeah.
And then like I'll fucking become super famous and like rich because I was a guy that drop shotted Federer, and that's it. And then
I don't think the
then
kid.
I become a presenter on shows and stuff. You know how like
this show.
Yeah.
You made it already.
Yeah.
You don't need to be Federer.
For the fans. I'm currently shaking. I'm currently shaking hand.
Yeah. Hopefully Josh is going to be a regular guest on the show.
Hopefully.
Unless he gets too busy because he has a real job. I had air quotes.
This is my real job.
Oh shit.
Yeah, boy.
Right,
I have a side job, or as Germans would call it, a neighbour job.
Oh, cool.
Guess what neighbour means?
Neighbour?
Neighbour. I think it means side.
No.
Yeah. So efficient, these guys.
Yeah. Liam Neeson was an amateur boxing champion in Ireland. Get a fact?
You know what? I actually knew that. Yeah, I did know that. Because
we need to dig deeper for our facts.
No. Yeah, no. It's one of those that I would never have remembered, but now that you say it, I know that I knew it at one point. I know that sounds stupid, but I did.
This is actually quite an interesting one. The North Korean World Cup soccer fans, football fans, sorry, the website I got it off, said soccer, are actually hand-picked by the North Korean government. The fans are also made up of Chinese volunteers since North Koreans are not allowed to travel. How weird is that?
That is very weird.
So every time you watch a North Korean football match, there's a bunch of Chinese people in the crowd.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, true. But, yeah.
You see, North and South Korea were also drawn in the same World Cup qualifying group.
Oh.
Which is a bit... I don't know the last time they played, but I can't imagine it was recently.
Mate, that is just going to be absolutely...
A bit awkward, isn't it?
Scary, yeah.
Although it's a bunch of Chinese people in the crowd, so...
Oh, yeah, true.
Probably won't cause too many problems. Unless they have it in North Korea.
You know, I was thinking about earlier on, the prospect of going to... Obviously not for me, but going to China to play football. Like, if you're actually just trying to chase money, imagine how much you could make if you were like a really good level footballer. Like, what if like Rashford just went to China now?
He would earn so much
for the rest of his life if he just went to China.
Yeah, but it'd be a shit place to live.
Nah, man. If you're earning that much money in China, you live in a mad place.
I know you'd live in like a really nice house and probably quite a nice area.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't know anyone. You wouldn't be able to speak to anyone.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I don't think there's a lot of English players over there. I don't think there are any English players over there.
Yeah,
who would
fair.
Rashford talk to? He literally have to like bring his whole family over.
Yeah, fair enough.
To live there for that long.
Mm. Well,
you've seen Rashford's gone to China.
I think that's probably out of our reach now. Correct.
What, Rashford to go to China?
No, out of our reach to go to China to play football. Yeah. But I mean, that just opens up the wider conversation about fucking Newcastle. Like, what the way that their near future seems to like be completely different like over the last couple of weeks. Because like they had like Rafa.
Yeah, it went from like Newcastle could be top 4.
Yeah.
On the last podcast I did with Finn, we were talking about Newcastle might be
and then
top
you
4.
said that they were like the most potential
Sleeping
team.
Giants, the biggest potential in the Prem.
But then they're losing Jose Perez.
Now I think they're going to get relegated.
Yeah, they're losing Jose Perez to Leicester, aren't they?
They've lost him.
I don't know. I don't know if it's gone through or not.
They've sold like 2 or 3 players.
That's Rondon.
Rondon's gone, yeah.
Oh my god, Rondon has gone on, huh? That was shocking. Yeah, lost Rafa because he had a bit of a situation with Mike Ashley as well, and then something else happened as well. I don't even know what.
Was that why he left?
I think so. Yeah, I think someone was. I think there was like beef.
They're having a go at each other.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I think we've covered Get Fact pretty quick. Lawson, we've just had another guest walk into the room. Have you got anything to add here, Lawson?
Got biscuits.
Anything on... Oh, cheers.
Got a biscuit.
Anything on Newcastle?
Newcastle.
What do you think of their current situation? Went from flying high to... Well, potentially flying high to potentially...
From flying low.
Roller coaster. Nothing. Probably covered everything. I mean, what else is there to say? I mean, I'll keep talking while you're eating biscuit.
That'd be good,
That's what you want me to say. No, I think Steve Bruce, awful acquisition.
Yeah, I think that was a terrible idea.
But hey, they won their first pre-season match earlier.
Did you see they got shaft on by Wolves though?
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
They won their
on the
second.
Asia Trophy or whatever it was.
They won their second pre-season match. So you never know. Could be a surprise. Experienced manager. Not a great manager.
To be fair, can you see Steve Bruce getting relegated?
No.
I can't either.
But I would have thought Newcastle would want to aim higher than not getting relegated.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Right, I think we've covered Get Fact. Let's move on to...
Get fact.
Yeah. Let's move on to unpopular opinion. Cheers. The biggest injustice in football history is that Wes Hoolahan never made it to a World Cup. That's not unpopular in my opinion. That's extremely popular.
You're going to repost it. Hashtag popular opinion.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Where's he Houlihan? Na, na,
See, Josh
na,
agrees.
Na, na, na.
I think singing his song is a sign of agreement.
No, I'm just happy because I got a biscuit.
Oh, okay.
That
That was what I said cheers about.
Where's he
before, in case
Houlihan?
you're
I haven't really got much of an opinion on Where's he Houlihan. Can't lie to you.
It's so
Just about, yeah.
He's only like what Norwich's biggest legend ever.
I mean,
You just don't care.
I've only just about got time to have any sort of opinion on Norwich at all.
Well,
And my opinion is that Delia Smith's a good cook.
Josh will not be back on the podcast anytime soon. Right.
Well, why do you think that's a popular opinion?
I don't think it's popular, but
Why
it
do
should,
you?
it
And
should
then
be.
why do you agree?
I can see that Ireland never made it, but Wes Hoolahan, the Irish Messi. So if Messi never made it to a World Cup, that'd be an outrage worldwide.
True.
So that's why I think it.
Because he's Irish Messi.
Yeah. More unpopular opinions. I've lost my eyesight. There we go.
What?
I couldn't find on the page where I was reading it from.
I was going to say, I thought, is that an unpopular opinion? I've lost my eyesight.
Holding the World Cup in the United States is like holding the World Series in Brazil. You know how the US are bidding for the next one, or 2026 one, I think. They might have got it, actually.
Oh, is that what they're going to do?
Would you say that's a reasonable... I've lost the word. Equalness?
I mean, what about having a World Cup in Qatar?
Yeah,
that's like holding the World Cup. That's like holding the World Series in Qatar, which is equally as fucking shite as holding the World Football Cup in Qatar. Nobody fucking wants to go to Qatar. The players don't want to go. The staff don't want to go. The fans don't want to go. Nobody wants to go, bastard. But no, everyone's going.
And it's got in the way of the Prem as well.
Oh,
Happening in December.
How are you gonna have a Winter World Cup? What am I gonna do in my summer?
Watch the Prem.
True.
That's when the Prem will be.
To be honest, having the end of the Prem in the summer would be sick. But it's just gonna fuck up like my life body
The
clock.
end of the season as well will be like, what's going on here as well? They'll go from
Mate, I
end
feel
of
like the
season
second
straight
half of
to
the
pre-season.
second half of the season, people are going to be so knackered.
Yeah. Yeah, by the end of the season, people are going to actually be dead.
There's
By
gonna
the
be-
Champions League final, people are going to be on their knees.
Innit? I'm not gonna lie, can you imagine the World Cup over Christmas though? That'd be fucking sick.
No, we've just been talking about how that would not be sick.
No, that would be sick
It's
as
a
well.
summer occasion.
Yeah, it is, but also Christmas.
If it happened on
and
Christmas
football.
Day, that'd be cool.
Because Christmas football, that period of year, football is just a bit shit because everyone's knackered because of the run of games and stuff.
Yeah, but I love it. Boxing Day football is my favourite thing.
Boxing Day is sick, but like the quality of the football is just because there's so many games and stuff that it's just goes to fucking shit.
Yeah, I guess.
Until you get an international break.
I love how much the table can change in December, though.
Yeah.
All the heavyweights are just holding their belts for Usyk to come collect them.
Who the fuck said that? Johnny Nelson?
No, that was just... I got these off Twitter.
Oh,
Just
right.
random people.
No, that's not true.
I guess that's unpopular then.
That is unpopular because you don't know what he's going to be like when he actually comes up. I think he's absolutely quality. I think he's seriously deserves to be where he is in terms of pound-for-pound rankings. But you don't know how someone's going to react at heavyweight. I mean,
Usyk
he's
would-
on the smaller side.
Usyk would beat Ruiz.
Yeah, he would.
Definitely. Which makes me think, if that had been Usyk that night against Joshua... Usyk...
It's not the case, though, because like you say, like, styles make fights.
Yeah, but Usyk and Ruiz have very similar styles in terms of they go at the person, they get hit, and they just keep... Have you watched Usyk fight before?
the thing is...
He's relentless.
Yeah,
coming
he is
forward.
relentless, but he's a proper technical boxer. Like that's what you get with people that have like an Olympic background. He's a gold medalist for God's sake. And they've been boxing all their life, and they've got like an amateur background and everything. I don't know, man. It's just you have to see how he reacts. I think he could definitely be in the mix at the top. And I think there's a few fights where if you gave him those fights, like they would be super interesting to have.
Yeah.
Like you could have made Bellew Usyk at heavyweight. You could have.
Yeah.
But obviously you needed it at cruiserweight just so like
Just for the
you
belts.
could just so you could unclear the story.
Yeah,
and obviously
yeah.
that, like on who is the best cruiserweight.
Yeah.
Because everybody got super gassed up about Bellew after like his whole hate
Yeah.
thing and stuff. And who did he win the cruiserweight title from again?
Oh, I don't even know.
Macumber or something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a dirty knockout though, to be fair. Dirty, man. He was already out on the ropes and then he banged him one more time again. That was crazy, man.
To be fair, I don't think there was actually genuinely much question over who was the best cruiserweight. Because Bellew took a while to get that cruiserweight belt.
Yeah, true. But you needed to see the fight though, didn't you? Because you know,
I enjoyed the fight as well. I thought Bellew was winning it.
I mean, Bellew was living a Rocky story.
Yeah.
For like the last few years, but you know,
I thought
there's nothing wrong with going out on your back.
I thought Bellew was winning the fight as well until he got knocked.
I think he definitely did. He did pick up a few rounds, but then I think Usyk was just feeling him out, and when he landed that shot, it made me realise that it kind of. I felt like level. In hindsight, I was like, so all this fight, you'd probably just been analysing him. I watched some video, and it was like a 10-second video, and it was like when Bellew was like urging like Usyk on and be like, fucking come on then, and like all the crowd were getting gassed, and then like it immediately cut to the knockout punch and him getting absolutely flattened, and I'm just like, mate, Usyk is levels, man.
You know what I find difficult about all these cruiserweights coming up and the smaller fighters like Ruiz and stuff is they can perform against someone like Joshua or Wilder who will come at them. They'll trade and then they could get the knockout.
Yeah.
But the point where I see a problem is when they come up against Fury. Because I feel like Fury against someone under 6'3" is just almost an impossible fight for the smaller guy.
Yeah.
Because of the way he moves and the way he keeps people off him.
And like not only that, but I'm pretty sure like his wingspan is absolutely like his reach is
huge.
Ridiculous.
So I think that's just where like the heavyweight division falters a bit in terms of you go over a certain weight and then anyone can fight anyone. Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
I suppose.
Because someone like Fury feels like they should be in a higher weight than all of these guys.
Yeah, almost in a way, but also
if they take the fight.
I do love that as well though, because I feel like you have so much more margin to change up your body to match whatever your game plan is or like what style you're going for in the fight.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know, and I really like that. Yeah, and also
that Whyte saying he's going to come in 17 stone 10 and comes in 18 stone 7.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a lot for like a trained athlete.
Yeah,
because like
muscle.
Because like they like very like closely manage. I mean, like you know, Dylan White's never been the most like ripped guy.
But to be fair, I wouldn't say he's not fat.
No, he's not.
You know he's fat.
See a bit of
he's still pretty ripped. I'd say.
Yeah, I mean,
he's not like shredded.
Yeah, I'd say his body's slightly better than mine. Fuck off. What are you laughing for? Okay, it's a lot
still something funny outside.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it's interesting because I actually do feel bad for fighters. This whole like having to dehydrate and then rehydrate. Like having to like try and make weight and stuff and all the problems surrounding it, because at heavyweight is literally just so much easier. Like you don't have to do any of that shit.
Yeah.
Which like in a way I just quite like as a fan, because I do feel bad for fighters in that sense.
Yeah, I don't like the whole weight cutting thing.
It's actually terrible for your body.
Worse in the
it's
UFC,
really bad for your body. Yeah, UFC is bad. They need to
really go for it.
They're like they have like fighters campaigning. I'm pretty sure McGregor campaigns as well to literally like double the amount of weight classes or something mad like that, so that it's not so like constrained to make weight and stuff.
Right, I think we've covered that. Unpopular opinions. Now I'm going to tell a quirky story of the week. So you sit back, relax, enjoy the story.
Cool.
So I found out today that there is such a sport as chess boxing.
Right.
Yeah. And how it works is the fight consists of 11 rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got 6 rounds of chess and 5 rounds of boxing.
What?
Yeah. Each round lasts 3 minutes, and regardless of whether it involves chess or boxing, the players alternate between a round of chess and then a round of boxing until one is declared the winner, either by checkmate, knockout, or technical stoppage.
I don't know. Do you play the same chess game? You return to the same chess game?
Yeah. You keep playing that chess game.
Okay.
Apparently, it was initially founded as an art performance.
Right.
But then it's actually become quite big and is a fully developed sport now in Germany, Great Britain, India, and Russia.
Okay.
Yeah.
No way.
Little quirky story of the week.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Chess boxing. Imagine the guy who does that.
Yeah, you talk about fucking get you a man that can do both.
Yeah.
Like, fucking, you're taking it to the extreme there. That is hilarious.
But do you think, like, this is my first thought. I feel like a pro boxer could go into that and dominate because all he's got to get through is 3 minutes of chess and not lose.
Don't fuck up the chess.
Yeah. And then he's got 3 minutes to knock out some random guy.
Yeah. I think you could be exceedingly good at either of them. And
could you be in chess? Can you win a game of chess in 3 minutes?
yeah, you can.
But surely the other guy could just sit there and go.
Nah, because
or do
you'll
you reckon
have
it's
like
that thing where it's like you
yeah.
have to press the button?
Yeah, there'll be some kind of rule like that.
Yeah.
You want a game? Care for a round of chess boxing?
I haven't got a chessboard nor boxing gloves.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it would be so. I mean, I'm so hyped to see Whyte Rivas. Like, but watching them play chess boxing versus just watching a boxing fight. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I would actually watch that. Maybe not like alternating one after another. Maybe like couple rounds of chess just thrown in randomly.
Yeah.
Throw them in at round 4 and round 8. Yeah. Like
the ref's allowed to pick.
Yeah. The ref picks. Yeah. Or each team decides when they want their chess round. Like,
like a timeout kind of.
Yeah, kind of like when you have
you could think you're taking your time out and then get knocked out chess-wise.
Oh.
Get checkmated.
And like, when does like the boxing round start? Like, in the chess, like, the board is there and it's like in the middle of the ring. Is it literally like...
just throw
is it literally like ding and then it's like fucking try and come
over the chessboard.
Yeah.
And they're not allowed to knock the chessboard.
And how are they going to play chess when they've got their boxing gloves on? I've got so many questions.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's alright.
I guess maybe you have someone you say, I want to
I'll just take one glove off and then you just, maybe. Yeah.
But you've got to do the hand wraps again.
Oh, you got a mini break probably.
Yeah, but I think that'll still be too long.
Yeah. You'd be the type of guy to fucking... get cuts in the chest part. You have to see a cut man at the end of the chest
over the eye.
Yeah, literally, like you're trying so hard, like you just like fucking getting injured.
What I would like to see is I wouldn't like to see like a Whyte Rivas doing that. But say we went tonight, I'd like to see maybe like 4 fights from the main card, just a chess boxing match. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be
throw one of them in like before we see like the actual main event.
Mate, we might have spotted a niche here. So we're gonna go around to India, Russia, the UK, and Germany. Right, that's a good memory by me. I'm pretty happy with that. And put shows on. We're going to be the next Eddie Hearns.
India's an untapped market as well.
Yeah, it is.
Sports-wise.
They
got cricket, and that's about it.
I'm going to be the Don King of India. I'm going to have 2 India flags that wave them like and shit when I'm at the podium and just say great things about India in my English accent.
Right. Now it's time for me to sit back, relax, and enjoy the guest story time.
Oh.
So I told you to prepare a story about your own personal sporting life. It could be interesting or funny. We prefer funny.
Okay.
But so entertain me.
I mean,
the guests.
I mean, I've only got like no. Oh yeah, but I was thinking about it. I was just thinking about a couple of funny things that I did when I was playing sport. Like I played one game for my school once, and
of what sport?
Oh yeah, sorry. I should probably start with that. I was playing one game of running through fields of wheat. No, I was. We were playing game cricket, and I was watching a lot of cricket at the time. Like I can't remember what form of the sport I was watching, but obviously like one which incorporated 3 hits, right? And there was like a no ball, and I thought the next ball was a free hit. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go for it. So I went for it, and oh my god, I edged it like a bitch, man. It was honestly like the ball didn't even deviate that much, but it was a clear edge, and it went perfectly into the keeper's hands, and everyone started celebrating and stuff, and like I just like didn't go anywhere. I just didn't move anywhere, and then like all the other team and the umpire was just looking at me funny, like, why the fuck are you not just walking off, yeah? And I was like to the wicketkeeper, I was like, I thought it was a free hit, and then like he just like looked at me. And like looked at his team and like was like, this guy can't be serious. And then like there was like silence for like 5 seconds, which is a long time in this situation. Like if you actually think about 5 seconds.
Yeah. Should we do it?
See, that's a long time, isn't it? So, like, that's pretty much what happened when I'm expected to walk off the pitch. And, that was hilarious, by the way. And, yeah, and then he just fucking starts pissing himself, being like, you joker. Like, thinking I'm just taking the piss. Like, and I was just like, and then everyone started just laughing. And I was just there like, yeah. And, like, I just like slowly started walking up and be like, yeah, fucking joke. And I walked back to the pavilion and I was like, I'm actually a fucking idiot. Like, as if I thought it was an actual free hit.
At least you're not as big an idiot as Virat Kohli in the World Cup.
True. I mean,
You didn't edge it and walk.
I mean, yeah.
You did the opposite.
Yeah,
You didn't walk.
Exactly.
Did you see Jason Roy's one?
No.
In the semi-final against Australia, where he clearly didn't edge it, and the umpire gave him out. We didn't have any reviews left, and there was nothing he could do about it, and it missed his bat by miles.
Oh my god.
And I was like, what the fuck?
The
Against
umpire,
Australia.
the umpire that was in the World Cup final, like throughout the whole World Cup, he was making so many mistakes. That umpire, but I'm pretty sure like 90%.
I like those.
Correct. Yeah, but
they're such a standard pair in like when England play.
But I think
Erasmus and what's the other guy's name?
I can't remember the names, but I know his face.
I know there's
But like as in
something Dar is the fourth. Is the guy who does the ball tracking and stuff.
Oh, okay. No, what I was gonna say is like umpires like at that level, I'm pretty sure they get something like 90% of their decisions correct or something like that.
Yeah.
Around that figure. But this guy who I'm talking about, I think throughout the tournament, his rate has been like 33%.
Fucking hell.
But I feel bad.
They get lazy now when it's because they know they've got those cues. Like I've never seen an umpire. The guy could be so far in or so far out when they're running. And every umpire would just be like, I'll just send it to TV.
Yeah,
anyway.
why not? Why not? Like, literally, why not? Well, I suppose the only reason why not is just because, like...
You look like a fucking idiot when they're miles out.
And also it spoils the flow of the game, I guess.
Yeah.
But in the name of getting the right decision. It's like, I mean, well, that brings me on to another point about VAR. I mean, I could go on for that for ages. I'm not going to because it's been a long podcast already.
Yeah.
But, like, I think it's going a bit too far. I think they need to bring it back a little bit. But, yeah. So yeah, so that was my story. In football. Because in certain sports lend themselves to being able to use video assistant really well. Like tennis is unreal.
Yeah, and
cricket is unreal.
Especially those sports where the game is slightly slower.
Yeah.
But with football, where momentum is a huge thing.
Yeah.
And the game is played at a fast pace.
Yeah.
And then you have these like 5-minute stoppages to check something.
Exactly.
Which you can see the first time you see it.
Yeah.
Most of the time you can see it, and they look over and over and over. It's like, come on, let's just make like in cricket they'll see it. They'll be like, this is obvious. It wasn't.
Yeah.
Go back to take it back to the field.
Yeah.
But in football they just look at it over and over.
See, this is what
it's classic FIFA. As well.
Because what the worst thing is about VAR is that you still have opinion involved in it, which is what pisses me off. And like, because the sport just does
take opinion out.
Yeah, the sport just does not lend itself to like using it for goal line technology is fucking beautiful. That's a beautiful thing, right? But I think for like handballs, especially handballs, like the Danny Rose handball, like when Tottenham were playing City and then I think Aguero missed the penalty.
Yeah.
In their first leg. Like that was not. I remember that so clearly.
United, PSG.
Yeah, I mean even that was a bit soft. Yeah, exactly. And it's like.
But even if it wasn't soft, it's controversial. Like people argued about it, which with
that's
VAR,
not the point about VAR. Exactly, that's what I mean.
It's because but I think that's more to do with the fact that I don't think football has its handball laws very well defined.
No, it doesn't.
I feel like every referee has like a different
they do.
interpretation.
They do, and I think you do have to take into account the context of the matter as well. And when you're just watching the video back. Like, what's the point? Like, you're just looking at that one situation, like, out of context, and that's just not how the sport works. So I think in some ways it actually ruins the sport just because it doesn't lend itself to being, as useful. But, that was completely random what I just did there. Yeah. Another cricket one that I was going to tell you about was, I remember I was going to go into bat. I was playing for literally just like a local men's club. Me and my brother used to play for them, and I was in year 6. So that makes me, 9 or 10?
Yeah.
And I came in last to bat at this men's club. Men bowling against me. Fucking terrifying. And, because you just assume that they're all going to be super fast and super, and I wasn't playing with a youth ball, I was playing with a proper, just little things.
Yeah.
And I was just like, fuck it, yeah. And I wanted to do a helicopter shot. But what I didn't really understand at this age was that I didn't know that the helicopter shot is when your bat speed is so fast that you hit the shot, and then like to take the momentum out of it, you got to swing it back all the time. But me, I had a fucking massive chunky like Grey Nichols bat. I remember it, or it might have been a Kookaburra Beast, one of the two. But either way, it was chunky. Yeah, full size bat. So I just used my brother's stuff in it standard. I just used his kit, so we had to bring one set of kit. And I thought the helicopter shot was you swing your bat before the ball comes, so you get all that momentum that you fucking launch the ball, yeah? So this little 9-year-old kid, I was up against like some spinner, he was like in his early 20s or something. He bowls the ball. I swung the bat around like this in like almost like a circular motion. Came down the wicket about 3 steps. The guy bowled. I came so far down the wicket, I met it. It was a good length ball. Good length. Yeah. But I caught it literally on the full. And like that's how far down I came. And I launched it and middled it for 4. One bounce 4.
That must have looked sick.
And it looked like really good.
Imagine if it looked really shit because you like couldn't really lift the bat properly.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But like in cricket I just always play with hard hands. Like I've always just like had a rule for myself, like if it's on your stumps, just block it. And if it's not, just go for it.
I think that's just like the standard thing you taught.
Yeah, if it's like, because they say, if it's a good ball, then maybe leave it or maybe block it. I'm like, to be honest, it's only a good ball to me if it's on my stumps. Yeah. Because then if I fuck it up, then I'm screwed. And I also hate how cautious I am at the crease. Because like when I'm in nets and stuff, or like where you're just playing cricket with your mates, like the bowling that you face there is as good as you get in the middle sometimes. And it's just like you're just so much more cautious just because you're in the middle. When you shake that off, you often have so much of
in the nets. You'll just try and smack everything.
Yeah,
and you won't
and it goes well.
Often get out. Although you can't really tell whether you would have got caught, which I feel like would happen.
Yeah, but you know what? Let's be honest. At our level, like Sunday League level, kind of.
No one can catch.
Yeah, it's like the likelihood is that it's going to go to fucking Paul, who's like 55 years old, and he's got to leave at over 32 because he's got to go pick the kids up from for like play school or something.
Paul's coming his way, and he's like, "That's me, fellas."
But it's like, you know what I mean? Yeah, and then like you got some other guy, fucking Jazz, whose back has gone. So like he's not chasing anything or making a diving catch, so you just go for it. Yeah. But so I suppose that's my
your guest story. Two guest stories. Yeah, so if you've managed to endure this far, you're going to get a treat because we're going to give you some betting tips. But I'm notoriously bad at betting, so perhaps bet opposite.
I'll vet them. I'll tell you if it's good or not.
Right. First one. Leicester to finish top 6, 5-1. I thought that was really good odds.
I mean, who they got? Tielemans, but they might lose Maguire, so I would say.
I know top 6 is difficult, but 5-1 seems like good odds to me.
I mean, who they got to get out of the top 6? I mean,
but
they're basically. So look, top 3 is obviously going to be Tottenham, Liverpool, City, right?
Yeah,
probably most likely. And then you've got. So then they've either got to displace one of United, Arsenal, and Chelsea, and I'm going to throw Wolves in there as well. They've got to overtake Wolves.
Oh.
So,
Like West Ham.
Yeah.
They're tipped to do good things this season.
Well, I don't know. I think top 6 is a bit.
Basically, Josh is shitting on that betting tip. Right.
But you know what? Let's win the league. Exactly. So anything can happen. Yeah.
Right, next one. This one is actually one when I saw it and thought I might actually bet on that.
Okay.
Man City to win the Prem. Leicester top half. Newcastle and Sheffield United relegated 14-1.
No way.
That's good, isn't it?
That's very good for 14-1. That's very
good. You could stick a tenner on that and get 140 quid back.
No, stick 100 quid on it.
Okay.
Imagine a payout of $1.5 if you got that right there. That'd be great.
And that seems. Why would that not happen?
Only in the recent light of what's happened with Newcastle would I say that's likely.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And that is possible.
That seems like a good bet though.
See, yeah.
I saw that and I was like, I want to do that. This is another one which I thought, this is about tonight, which actually is probably useless to you listening because I'm not going to post this before But if this does happen, then you might know, we might say whether we bet on it or not.
Oh, okay.
Riakporhe to win. David Allen, Chisora and Okoli to win by KO, TKO.
Okay.
And Whyte to win by decision, 12-1.
Decision,
I quite like that.
The thing is about Whyte,
I think it's going to be decision.
But because White's come in an extra stone heavier.
Yeah, I don't think he meant to. I genuinely don't think he meant to. Because the day before, he didn't think he was going to do that.
Oh.
He said on his interview, unless he was trying to throw Rivas off. I don't know why you do that the day before. Like, he's already done all his training and everything.
Yeah.
So
Unless
I think that Whyte's come in heavier than he was expecting. He seemed like a little bit sheepish and embarrassed in his interview after, and he just went, "I'm pissed off."
Nah, I don't know. Yeah, those are not bad betting tips actually.
But because I said them, none of them are gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've done.
City better win the fucking league.
Yeah, I think they will.
They better win the league.
Why? Why better?
Because I don't want Liverpool to win the league.
What, you think those are the only options?
Yeah.
You don't think United are anywhere near it?
No.
You don't think
We're nowhere near it.
Arsenal?
You're a funny guy, man.
Tottenham?
Watch FC.
Fair. I guess it is between City and Liverpool. Well, you heard it here first, folks. We've done an hour and 20 minutes, but I'll cut this down a little bit.
Nah, do you know what? Don't cut it down.
What? Unfiltered?
Unfiltered.
Jeez.
And put brackets or stars. Unfiltered. In
what
caps.
about the bit where I went to go get a beer? And there was a bit of dead
Keep that
air,
in.
maybe you humming.
Because then our listeners can, in that point, go for a beer themselves.
Oh, true. Well, maybe this will be an hour and 20 minutes. Maybe it won't. Thank you for listening. Like and subscribe. See you again soon, probably. Any last thoughts, Josh?
Never eat yellow snow.
There we go. You heard it here first. See you later.